Hello, this is Patrick from XPression. I'd like to show you a new feature in XPression Maps 3.3 and higher, the ability to do real-time language translation on your text labels inside of XPression Maps. So here I'm at XPression Maps Designer, and you can see I've got a pretty simple map here. It's a globe. I'm just going to go ahead and bring my cursor back to the beginning of the timeline. I'm going to add a keyframe here for the camera. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move it up to about 160 frames. I'm going to change my zoom level. I'm going to come into this portion of, let's just come up here to Europe where we have a lot of choices. And I'm going to go ahead and make that my end keyframe. I'm going to rewind everything. And you can see when I play it, it's just a simple zoom. Nothing important, nothing impressive. You'll notice all my labels are in English. But you'll also notice if you're doing this in an OSM styles, OpenStreetMap styles, you'll notice the OSM style editor, there's now a choice to change in language. So you can see that I did this in English, but let's, just for the fun of it, let's make it German. And you can see everything is in German, and it changed instantly in front of me. I'm going to click play, and you can see that all the German names are going to appear. What we've done here is OpenStreetMaps is a global community. And in that global community, they've gone ahead and they've entered in and checked and double checked and triple checked all the different translation types that they have for the different languages for different country names. And we've got them rolled into XPression Maps. So for example, if I didn't want this in German, maybe I need this in Chinese, or maybe I need this in Arabic. Now, the way that this is going to work, I'm going to put this into French, for example. If I have a definition of a language here that I don't agree with, if I click on it by holding the Shift key and then right click, I get the ability to choose the ability to edit whatever that term is. And what you see here is I'm going to get what shows up in the database for that particular item. And again, ranking is basically, for the lack of a better term, the layer name. So we're in places country at this point. That's where we're at. I could go in here and make any change that I want to make to this and update it. And that would put it back into the database and make it something that happens for everybody who uses this map. Now, that's the great part, because I can do all this. I can create a map in English, for example, save it, put the whole thing together, changing the language, export that as well, and be done in 2 or 3 languages in a matter of a couple of minutes. It's a great way to work at a multilingual facility. Let's go see how this works in the newsroom. Okay, here I'm in the XPression Maps plugin. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open that up, I'm going to log in, and you can see that I've got some maps here. And I've got a map that I've made recently that's a map of Europe. You've kind of seen me play with this. And let's say that I've already done this. What I need to do here, if I want to change the language to it, there's a couple tricks. I'm going to do it the interesting way here. I'm going to go back to the starts here. I'm in my save. I want to make sure I change this language. But if I just change the language, it's going to change this, and wherever that map was used will now be in that language. So instead, you'll see there's what we call a hamburger stack. That's a technical term, believe it or not. And you see one of the choices for me is to duplicate scene. And when I do that, it opens up inside of XPression Maps, and I have what we're looking for here. You'll notice under scene, I have the ability here to go ahead and choose the different languages. So there I am with the ability to make the different language choices. And right away, I can make a preview without having to do anything. You'll watch this render, and again, I'm doing this on my computer, so it's a little sluggish. It wouldn't be the same pace as what's happening on a full-blown system in your station, but you can see here, again, I'm doing the same thing. I've got the ability to change the languages. So I could create my map in one language, save it, duplicate it, change it to another language, and again, I've done this, so I'm just going to go to the Save menu, and I'm going to say this one is in German. I'm going to go put it into the same folder, some political gray for me, and once I click Save, I'm good to go. And then you'll notice when I go back over to my maps, there's European German, there's European English. So now you see I have that same map, and again, I can get a preview of it, and just like you expect, it's going to go ahead, it's going to render for me as a MOS user or a local user. And you can see here, it's just going to chunk on through here for the render. And what I'm going to wind up with here is a map that is in English, and then the exact same map in another language, this time German.